From you breathing in and out of my
Hello and welcome to Nation of Conversation, episode 207. I am your host, Ryan, and here with me, the Cialis crew, Mike and Bill.
The Cialis crew. Hello.
So sexy.
Are you using our, what is it, our likenesses without copyright? What's the NFL say?
I don't know, but I am. I mean, legally using your faces.
Yes. I'd like full...
I need my internet money.
Yeah, I'd like my internet money.
Full royalties?
Please.
You want
Yes,
royalties? All right, I'll get
My
you some
likeness.
royalties. Wally's somewhere. I don't know where he is. He's gone.
He's in...
Can he join in the middle of it?
Yeah, sure. Why
All
can't
right.
he?
Well, maybe he'll see. Maybe we'll see him later. I don't know. Let's go over some of the top stories this week. Wrestlemania is now going to be 2 nights. Who's going to sign up for that?
Not I. I'm not watching it this year. It's official.
You're out?
I'll watch
You're just completely out?
I'm I didn't watch 2 nights of Wrestle Kingdom either. It's too much.
Which night did you skip from Wrestle Kingdom?
All of it. I watched
Skip
like
the whole thing?
I think I saw a couple of matches, but I don't know. Whatever you guys told me to watch. And I
Have we
doubt
heard
very
it?
much that you tell me I should watch at WrestleMania.
Have we heard how many hours each one is?
I don't know yet. That's a good question.
4 or 5 hours, I would guess. I
4 to
don't know
5
that,
hours
but
each?
Why else would they do it 2 nights?
It's going to be fascinating how long this stuff is.
Like, why would
Yeah.
they do 2 3-hour nights instead of just their usual 7 hours in one day?
I don't know. They're also taping it early, which is probably a good plan.
Yeah, they're taping
Surprised.
everything.
Surprised that they didn't do that right like immediately.
I think they're
Second-
doing it like now. They're like already getting
Yeah. They taped a bunch of Smackdowns, I think, in a row.
I think they've taped pretty much everything. I think they're taping some NXT,
Yeah.
taping everything.
Might as well.
Yeah, might as well.
You have the benefit of doing that.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
I just want to see. Here's our other co-host, Rosie.
Oh.
Rosie the dog is for some reason bothering me.
She is like, what the fuck is happening?
What are you doing? Get out of here.
Yes.
There she is.
Just
She wants to
repeat.
know what I'm doing.
Has Elvis even ever been on here?
He can't
Who?
come down. He can't come down
Oh,
these
Elvis.
stairs.
Oh, poor Ellie.
There's no way. He will never come down here. Gronk is now the host as well.
That does not make me
WrestleMania
want to
host.
watch it.
Does
more.
that help?
It does not.
No.
You're not a Gronk fan?
No.
He was
The only
weird on.
thing I think that does is maybe makes it like a bit more marketable, but still, like, it's not like anyone's. Is there anyone really gonna be like, oh, Gronk, let me tune in?
Mojo Raleigh.
Guess
When he's
because
watching from home.
Mojo was on SmackDown finally. Showed up
Yeah,
to
because
introduce Gronk.
I don't know.
And- Did you watch that clip? It was the weirdest.
No, sure didn't.
It is weird. My God, was it weird? See him
That's just-
dancing his way down to the ring like a weirdo?
That's Gronk, though.
I guess. I don't know. Do people like him? Is it just me because I hate the Patriots and I hate Gronk?
People like Gronk, sure.
A
Sure.
ringing endorsement to me,
Oh,
Yes.
the host of WrestleMania.
I guess
Yeah,
people
sure.
don't like
Why
him.
not? What do you think about ESPN airing old WrestleManias because they need content?
They absolutely need content. That's good for
Yeah.
both of them, probably.
it's a good
Right.
idea.
I think they aired WrestleMania 30 already. I want to
Yes,
say.
they aired WrestleMania 30. It seemed to like be a trending topic on Twitter, but
Next
Yeah.
they should do WrestleMania 4 with the big tournament.
oh yes.
Go way back. Go way back.
that Moondog Spot or whatever his name was.
Moondog Spot. That wasn't at WrestleMania 4, was it? I thought that was Tuesday night in Texas or something weird like that.
Oh, he was on both of them, I believe.
Was he?
I think he's the one who got himself disqualified from his match because he used a dog bone or something like that.
That was just the worst.
No, didn't Terry Funk get himself disqualified from his match by getting himself counted out? Wasn't that one of the things that
count out? Yeah.
Remember that he got it? He like, I'm gonna trick you by getting myself counted out. Oh wait, I got counted out and I lose. That didn't work at all. Oh, WWF. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's a good idea to have old WrestleManias on ESPN.
Hey, you got to put something out there.
They need content. WWE needs money. So.
And they got tons of content.
You think this is the start of their pay-per-view thing? That they're going to put pay-per-views on ESPN Plus? And this is like a trial run,
I guess
essentially?
I guess as of right now, it's still not looking that way for them in ESPN. The ESPN's like the people they're talking to, but I guess they're still very far away because Vince wants like a crazy amount of money.
Yeah, of course.
He wants more than they gave UFC, and that's a lot. And so,
yeah, they're not worth that.
Yeah, no, probably not. But
yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, you have to do it for WrestleMania. There's no reason to like wait till May to make a deal.
Yeah, you could make a deal for next year.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think they're gonna put like in your house?
They just added 2 weird matches.
They did? What matches?
Yes. Aleister Black versus Lashley. And
what?
then
Lashley's still around?
And then the Street Profits versus Angel Garza and Andrade. I think it was that.
Now that's a match. That I would watch.
Let me double check that.
Street Profits. Did the Street Profits win the tag titles? I think they did.
Yeah. Does Mike know he did this?
Yes, I do know.
Okay. What's your favorite thing? I don't even know what we're talking about.
I don't know. This thing's going off the rails already. Oh my god. Oh, he's muted himself.
Yeah, I have to mute myself. I'm yelling.
Do you need to step out for? Do you need to step out for a minute?
Difficulties. I'm fine.
Blood and Guts was postponed.
Yeah.
That was sad news, but probably the correct.
That's the right thing to do.
Yeah, you can't have a double cage match not in a crowd. That just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I didn't think that was the issue, though.
What was the issue?
Because I saw Jericho yelling at people on Twitter, and he said, we're not supposed to have more than 10 people, and if we do Blood and Guts, that's 11 people in the cage, not counting any cameras or crew.
Well, that's a good point, too.
Yeah.
But I also think, like, it doesn't make sense to blow that off in front of nobody. Come on.
No, especially if it looks like Double or Nothing's going to probably be canceled, too.
Yeah. It's definitely.
I guess this was going to be the start of a lot of stories towards Double or Nothing. So
that's the thing. Though. I don't think there's a real. It's not like we'll wait 2 weeks and then it'll be fine.
No, it's not going to change by May 25th. I don't think. Maybe.
No. Well, that's it. Like everything in Vegas is closed. I think.
Right. Maybe it could be a smaller crowd. Who knows? I don't know. But
who knows?
But it's the right move, in my opinion, to move Blood and Guts. Even though I was excited to see the match,
I'm sure they could have gone somewhere and gotten it done. Like, isn't there? I'm sure there's some states that aren't as,
Well, now the thing is that our president is saying in like next week he's just going to tell everyone to open their doors again.
No, good. Right.
Right.
That sounds like a good plan.
Great plan.
Oh, God. Yeah. Good news. Let's have some good news on this shit, this virus. DDT has returned. Isn't returning. It already had returned in Japan. DDT
Yeah.
wrestling is already back in Japan and had crowds. Apparently, they tested the crowds as they came in. They literally took their temperatures, thermometers, and made them made them wear masks. What a weird thing.
Well,
but yeah, so DDT is back, and some other promotions in Japan are back too.
Is some of these. Yeah. The thing is these companies like have to run shows, or they're gonna go out of business. So,
yeah.
You know, you gotta just figure it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it was nice to see wrestling in front of crowds showing up again.
Even though then some people are like, it's still not. This doesn't mean like things are on the up and up in Japan. So
yeah,
Man,
it was,
might
not
not.
that DDT is small, but it's not like this was New Japan running the show.
right.
No, DDT's 500 people. You know, it's ran bigger shows though. It ran huge arenas before, but
Yeah.
most of the time it's Cork and Hall or places like that, smaller
Right.
little kind of deals. So they're back. Some other promotions are back. I think I saw Davey Boy Smith Jr. is going over there for something. He's wrestling somewhere in Japan in some tournament. And he can only be over there for like 20 days or something. That's weird.
Hey, if you
Good.
there if you can get a job over there,
He's
yes.
Canadian, Davey Boy.
I don't know. He's Canadian. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if they or they're not as strict yet.
I think they closed their borders though, didn't they?
I know
'Cause,
that me and Austin them did. I don't know if they did all their borders.
Oh, maybe not. But
I don't know.
because they Singh brothers can't come to WWE shows, and Bobby Roode also can't. He's stuck at home because he lives in Canada. He lives in Canada and he can't leave.
Jeez.
So, and I think Lance Storm is the same way. He just took that job as a trainer, and now he can't.
He's a producer.
Oh, okay. Well, he can't go do it now because he
Like travels. I think he's like a Raw producer.
Yeah.
He travels with Raw.
Yeah. So he's also out. So yeah. Hopefully that Japan thing is a good sign, but we'll see.
We'll see. But
Daniel Bryan.
New Japan just canceled Sakura Genesis stuff through the middle of April. So
yeah. Well, who knows? Daniel Bryan said he is done being a full-time wrestler. Done.
Yeah, when his contract's up.
Yeah,
when his contract comes up, which is coming up soon, I think.
Probably post Wrestlemania type of thing.
Could be.
He's gonna just wean himself out of wrestling, which I could go into a whole thing about Daniel Bryan and
go into
wrestling.
It. We got a lot of time to kill.
It's just
there's no wrestling on TV, barely.
It's just
got any hot takes on WrestleMania 30?
What did we out of there's nothing. The only thing we have gotten out of Daniel Bryan since his return is the Kofi stuff. But
we got the vegan title.
Right, and that led right into Kofi, but
and then since it's been let me have a good match with all these random dudes.
Right.
But still, just the way they botched even his return with Big Cass.
Yeah.
Right.
To now, just now he seems like he's booking the Intercontinental title picture.
Good.
He's not going to go away though. He'll get on a lesser schedule. He'll show up.
Yeah, he's going to do that's what he said. He'll be around, and he's just going to do the Lesnar deal.
Yeah.
What I would have given to see him go elsewhere and just really wrestle people like New Japan and so many others.
I would like to
Yep.
see him fight Time Bomb. That would be fun.
So
The
many matches
matches-
you'll never see him have now. I don't know.
The matches he could have had are just like,
Yep.
it's just a wasted opportunity. Just like it's just this whole thing with from Daniel Bryan to Matt Hardy, so many people who go, but like when it comes to like,
It's completely wasted.
but then you think like, but then it's almost like, what were they thinking? Like
Money.
I guess
Money
yeah.
is what they were thinking.
money.
Can't blame them.
But don't worry, you have Daniel Bryan, but let's put Goldberg in the main event.
But someone made a very good point. Like, how's a Goldberg match going to look in an empty arena?
Boring as fuck.
Boring as a fuck.
He's so bad in a full arena.
In a full, but like Goldberg's strictly like an atmosphere type of thing.
Yeah, right. And then you got
But-
Cena, who can't call a spot without yelling it out, and you can pick it up. Botchamania picks up every spot he calls. So you're gonna watch a Cena match where it's like top rope tackle, drop down, lariat. Okay, I just heard all that.
But
It's
It's just-
him coaching.
Yeah.
it's going to be like, I am fascinated to see what WWE does with this. But after these past few weeks of what's been going on with how they've handled this situation,
Yeah,
it's just kind of like, it's just WWE is not, it's not wrestling. It's not even close to
no.
it's not
It's
even
really
close
not.
to wrestling. It's not wrestling. It's really not.
It's really not.
It's just
It's a
It's-
TV show.
it's just crazy how they can't like think out of the box. They just can't. They
I'm fascinated for you guys to tell me about this disaster. 'Cause I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah.
It's not a, oh yeah, I'll tell you about it. Yeah, it's just crazy how like they do everything the same. Like nothing's going on. Like still wrestling, still acting. Like there's a crowd. Like it's not incredibly weird that there's not a crowd. Like it's just mind blowing to me that they refuse to even acknowledge.
Yeah.
That there is a situation going on. Like what would it take for them to like what were they called it what do they call it? They didn't say like because of corona or COVID. They said like extenuating circumstances. It's just like
A lot of this is like we've been forced to do this. It's not our fault. We've been forced to do this. That's what it seems like.
yeah.
It's not we didn't decide this. Tampa Bay wanted to get rid of
Oh, they would definitely
WrestleMania, not
run.
us.
They would have not stopped if somebody didn't make them.
100%. Let's talk about. Oh, we forgot to talk about Braun Strowman being a big old dick. Got any thoughts on
I
him?
saw people were mad at him. I didn't know why.
Evil Uno said something about like support the wrestlers if you can, as many have said, nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
And Braun Strowman responded and was like, yeah, well, you guys in your GoFundMes and GoFundMe and waste your money on me and beg for money. What's wrong with you? And everyone's like, you have a guaranteed $1 million contract. These guys are indie wrestlers that they're talking about. And they're not even begging for money. They're just like, go help promote, guys who need help. I don't even think Evil Uno was asking for anything. I think he was saying like, go help your indie wrestlers by buying their shirts or something like that. And Braun was like, GoFundMes are bad. Get a job.
It's just it's unbelievable how these people see like someone like that sees what Evil Uno's trying to do, trying to help people, and like feels the need to
Yeah,
like
that's
say
his
that.
reaction.
It's just like Like, why? Why even say anything? You can think it,
cares?
sure.
Yeah.
Think it all you want. But to put it out there, like, it's one thing being, like, healing it up, I guess, on the internet, but
Is that what this was supposed to be? It was really weird.
it was, yeah, I don't know. It's just like, oh, brother. Just like,
It's
come
like
on.
a shit sandwich.
But I guess that's the internet nowadays. Like,
Pretty much.
everything that didn't need to be said being said.
Yeah, we needed to hear from Braun Strowman, head of financial
Yeah.
ideals. I don't know.
Right.
He's a fucking idiot. Basically, I just wanted to point out he's a fucking idiot. He's a douchebag.
Yeah, he's a jabron.
Let's talk about something fun. GCW did, what was it, Acid Tournament or something?
Acid Trip, yes.
Acid Trip in
Acid Trip.
small building with like very minimal fans. And Joey Janela had a match against
No fan. I thought it was like 0 fans. I thought it was just
There
crew,
were
but maybe I'm wrong.
could be crew in the crowd.
Social distancing.
Did a social
It was our boy
distance
Jimmy
match.
Lloyd.
Jimmy Lloyd versus Jimmy versus Joey in a social distancing match where they were 6 feet
It was
apart
very
and
funny.
did move to each other from 6 feet apart. It was great.
It was very funny.
Like they were
It
It was
selling
terrific. It was
with
it
6
was
feet in
terrific.
between 'em.
We did a Canadian destroyer from 6 feet away. That was
Wild.
great. Very
You
silly.
should watch it just because
It was fun.
it's great. It's terrific.
It's
It's just like anyone who shits on that, it's just like
What else
once
was-
again, like,
yeah.
It doesn't
Do
sound
you-
like a real athletic competition.
do you not have a sense of humor?
It was. It
Like,
was.
what is wrong with people that are like, this is a wrestling?
I don't know. I've never gotten it. I thought it was really funny. I thought it was fun. I like when people take the piss out of wrestling. It should have the piss taken out of it from time to time. Bill, you put this in here. Scott Dawson, apparently his contract is already expired.
He put up a post on Twitter that said something about like I don't have any money, but I'm free now, or something like that.
Right, because they took
And then
his.
people were talking about him like signing elsewhere, and he wasn't shooting it down at all. At least
They took his. What was it? They took their back end of their royalties or something. They refused to. They stopped paying those guys. Apparently. Did you hear that story?
I think that Cash Wheeler, I think, is still under contract, but
I remember there was a story a few years back when they first started talking about quitting, where one of them was 6 months apart from the other or something.
yeah, because of injury, it like got pushed back further.
And
Yeah.
the other one is mid-June.
Yeah, so I think though allegedly Scott is out as of now. I doubt he'll show up anywhere without Dash, but
Yeah, you think they'll show up? You think they'll just show up together in June? I mean, at this point, there's no fucking wrestling to worry about anyway.
I know. Yeah.
Might as well wait until June when you can have crowds again. I mean,
Yeah. Who knows?
or even more than that. Who knows? But yeah. This is a cool story, and Bill, you put this up there. Tony Khan is giving out of work indie wrestlers matches on Dark with AEW people. So if you're out of work,
the one that I read was the one I read said that it's going to be like 6 regular people from AEW and then a bunch of indie guys that you're just going to give them like a match.
yeah, get them paid, give them a match, which is cool.
Did he put any names out?
I saw one guy.
Not that I saw.
I saw one guy's name, but I can't remember it now off the top of my head. Some random guy I've never heard of him before. He's facing Kip Sabian in a match, and he's like, "This is the most important match of my entire life. Like, this is sweet. Please watch." And I don't know the guy's name, but who knows? Maybe we can find some cool people out of this too. I don't know.
I think that's kind of what it is. Like we're trying to help you out, but impress us type of thing.
Yeah, we'll get you paid on a one-off and show your stuff. Maybe you can get signed somewhere, if not here, somewhere else, which is sweet.
No, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm
Is
excited.
Dark on TV later, or is it just on like YouTube?
Just on YouTube
YouTube.
right now.
7:00 Tuesdays.
Yeah, so it gives you a reason to watch Dark. That's another thing. Like, Dark's kind of boring to me. I don't know if you guys feel that way, or
Yeah, I don't
Watching it.
tune in.
I don't really care for it. I mean, it's fine. Some things happen on there, sure, whatever. But I don't feel like it's necessary for anything else. But this will
Main
make
event?
me watch.
Is it like main event in WWE?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much. Things happen that don't really matter. I mean, they've had stuff that has mattered slightly, I'm sure, but you don't need to watch it to watch the real show. I think it's cool. I might check it out. Make me check it out and see some new guys. I'm always interested in seeing new wrestlers. So, but I think it's a cool concept. Anything else in the top news that I've neglected? There's not a ton going on right now.
I don't think so.
No.
All right, Bill, it's time for a segment to be named later.
Yeah. So just two things, real quickly. The most important thing, for some reason, we are currently in episode 384, not 20, whatever you said to start.
What do you want me to do? Do you want me to go back and change every single one to 384 and on down?
Absolutely. Yes. Go back to episode 2
Does that make any
and
sense?
call it episode 2.
Well, I'm not going back that far.
No, I don't know. I just thought
So
it was
what-
interesting. Wally
so-
finally looked it up last week for us.
Yeah, well, that 4%er isn't here.
That's why he's at 4%.
That's all that he gets credit for. So I guess I hate talking about show business on shows, but do we want to change it
No, it
to
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter even a little bit.
384? And just, hey, actually, we screwed up. We've actually done 384 of these.
No, it doesn't matter.
I don't know what to do.
The only other big news, we buried the lead here.
Oh,
I
yeah?
had Rachel's birthday today.
Oh,
that's right.
That's right.
47, I believe.
47. Hey, you want to hear a funny story? I don't know if it's funny. A story. We put the birthday candles out on the table, and my son was looking at him, and it was a 3 and a 5, because I'm 35. And he looks at him, he holds up the 5 and the 3 the other way, and he goes, 5 and you're 5 and 3? I say, yep, 53.
There you go.
Yep. Old. Might as well just be 53. Fuck it.
The Wolf is actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
Don't look at day over 52.
I know. You were saying, Bill, that this is my ideal situation. Not that there's a virus, but that being socially distant is my is how I normally operate.
He is.
So yeah, it's worked out for
You
me,
can sit in your basement and have a beer instead of at a bar and have a beer.
and I can sit by myself. But now I have to look at your faces. But that's all right.
Hey, that was your call. We could have done this audio only.
Audio only. Yeah, just in the dark. Then I wouldn't have gotten to see Rosie. I haven't seen Rosie yet.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's a big highlight.
Steve Rosie.
It's a big highlight. I hope she comes back.
See me
Muted.
mutely
Yell.
on the child.
I'm not gonna lie, that might have been the best part of the show if you're watching that video.
I don't know what we were talking about. I just
I don't
stopped and
either.
watched.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening. All right, is that it for the segments?
That's it. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, it's time for the Wednesday Night War highlights. Although I don't think there's a lot of highlights for NXT. Do you want to I need to put the production
NXT
together.
was weird, but
I totally didn't watch it.
I did watch it.
Yeah, what did you think of it?
There
Was
were no matches, but
it all promos?
WWE did what WWE does best, and they put together video packages. So
Mm.
the first, more than half of the show, 50 out of 128, or not 128, 50 out of an hour and 28 minutes was Ciampa and Gargano.
Okay.
And then went back to the beginning. They did this is when we tried out together. Then we just kind of got thrown. We knew each other, but not that well. And then now we're rooming together, and now we're a tag team. And so they kept showing clips, but then they would go to each one of them separately and give their take on it.
Mm.
So it was their character driven, we were friends here. And then they got to like when they won the tag titles, and then Johnny Gargano's like, but you know what? They were chanting. There was a lot of Johnny Wrestling chants that day. There were not a lot of Ciampa chants. And then he would say something like, go like, what's that? Yes. Do I think I'm better than him? I mean, I'm Johnny Wrestling. Of course I'm better than him. And then it would be Ciampa saying, like, I could see where this was going, and it wasn't going to be his time. It was my time. And so I did what I had to do. And then they build up to where they're like, Johnny Gargano's like, I don't know why he's the good guy here. Everyone seems to forget what he did to me. So it was just like 50 minutes of them talking about one another, basically. And so it was well put together. Then they had Finn Balor talking about why he came back to NXT and why it was so important to him. He actually said Brock Lesnar saved his career, which is weird.
What?
So weird.
Apparently he had a match on Raw against Brock Lesnar that was really good, except Brock won.
Huh.
I don't know. But he said, like, he basically said, like, I had lost, like, it wasn't, I needed to have the feeling again that I had in NXT. And he kept saying over and over how he was the best wrestler in the world. The best wrestler in the world. And he needs to, like, prove that again.
Okay.
And then the end was about Rhea Ripley, but it was just WWE video packages. So it was weird.
Yeah.
There was no wrestling, but it was WWE.
Would have liked to have seen the Gargano and Ciampa one. Maybe I'll catch that Sunday, but I just been so busy.
It is good because it's the two of them like separate from one another, talking about like everything that has happened from their tryout with Sexy Chucky T all the way straight through to their fight in the performance.
Sexy Chucky T. Oh, this is good.
You guys, did you hear any of that?
No, we just see you.
Unfortunately, no.
What are you saying? Oh my god, this is fantastic. You should just have her come on.
No, she needs to be in bed.
Shouldn't have school tomorrow.
I
Whatever.
don't care. If her mom comes home and she's not in bed, I'm gonna be dead.
Anything else on NXT? This is amazing. Anything else on NXT that needs to... They got a bad rating. They only had 500.
Maybe we'll have wrestling this week. I don't know. Well, because there was no live wrestling at all. So, or even tape. There was no wrestling at all.
Yeah. So they got smashed real bad in the ratings. So
TakeOver is postponed.
Is it?
Yeah, TakeOver ain't happening.
They're just gonna put the Rhea Ripley match on WrestleMania.
And I think maybe a few NXT matches.
Just have Ciampa Gargano on WrestleMania.
Oh God, I hope not.
I mean, that would be they should, but then they would ruin it. So
this is what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. They're gonna put NXT matches on WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And then for now, no more TakeOver. WrestleMania. Just
2 days.
merge it. Just merge it right in.
Absolutely.
Well, I may not be a subscriber to WWE Network very long then.
You're the last one. You're the last one right now out of all of us. Which is unfortunate for your password. It's going to be passed around. The next time they actually have an NXT match I want to see. Which who knows when that will be. At this point, I don't care. So I care about
really good matches in the hopper.
They do, but they're not on the TakeOver though. They're going to be on WrestleMania. I mean, what does that mean for those matches? Are they actually going to be good? I mean, if there was a TakeOver, yes, I would be interested in those matches. But if it's a WrestleMania 6-minute match,
no, not even a little bit.
Oh my god, that'll be awful.
I don't want to see. Yeah, I don't want to see the compressed version of Gargano in 4 minutes.
No, I can see that happening. Be like, okay, Ciampa Gargano blow off. You have 8 minutes. Go.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I'm not signing up for that. No.
They did at one point say like they're probably gonna just end up fighting forever. I think it was Ciampa was like, and they're gonna chant fight forever, and we might just end up doing that.
Probably true. AEW had some good stuff, some great stuff.
I thought a terrific show.
So I don't know if you want to.
I thought they hit it out of the park.
I don't know if you want to talk about the audience participation part. That was something that you enjoyed. the fact that wrestlers were out in the crowd.
That's just one simple thing, just to like make things feel different and make it feel fun. Just like
acknowledge that there wasn't a crowd there.
changing the hard cam and just putting people out there. Like it's crazy that WWE just refuses to do anything different. Refuses.
You had MJF and Sean Spears out in the crowd betting on every match.
Very fun.
This is great. And you could hear MJF. He was actually, I don't know if he was mic'd or if just the ring was mic'd, and you could hear him. And he's like cheering for people and making fun of people as the matches are going on.
Yeah, it was very good.
Sounds good.
You had other people in the crowd too. You had like Jurassic Express, I think, was in the crowd for a while. Jake and Archer were in the crowd, scouting Cody and his match, whatever that was happening there. Cody didn't have a match, did he? No, he just talked, I think. But yeah,
Janela, Sonny Kiss, Dustin Rhodes,
right.
Cabana.
Yeah, Colt was out there. He got interviewed in the crowd.
And it was the right thing. And it was the right thing. Heels on one side, baby faces on the other.
Of course. Perfect setup.
Makes too much sense.
Makes too much sense. It was just too much. It was fun. They made it fun. That was the cool part about it. It was like, oh, this is fun. I want to see, like if they're actually doing it in the crowd, they're actually healing it up. Like during a match, it's perfect. It's great. And at one point, MJF screwed up and cost Butcher and Blade the match that they were in. And I think he like threw them money or something. I forget exactly what happened. He threw them money and they got distracted and lost. So they were pissed at MJF. So maybe that now leads to something like they're not going to be his lackeys anymore because he's been paying them.
Mercenaries.
Yeah, he's been paying them to like do his bidding. So maybe now they're like, fuck that. We're not doing this anymore. I don't know. I thought that was cool. We finally got the Exalted one, which we've been speculating for a while. But then when they actually said the Exalted one's going to be on March 18th, when it was supposed to be Rochester, it's kind of telegraphed that it was going to be Luke Harper, who's now Brodie Lee. Kind of telegraphed at the final thing, but for a long time we thought it was Matt Hardy and all these other people because they've been teasing it. And Matt Hardy actually was on Jericho's podcast on Friday, I think, and he was like, "Yeah, we set that whole thing up so that Dark Order would be tweeting all these things, and I would be doing all these things to screw the fans into thinking it was going to be me because it makes just too much sense that I would be the leader, but to set it up as like a swerve." Which it did. Swerved a lot of people. So Brodie Lee is the Exalted one, and they did a good job with the little video that they made where he had the voice, and then it like slowly cleared up as he kept talking, and just kept clearing up until you can like his picture started to come into focus, and you could start to hear his voice. And you're like, I recognize that voice. I think that's. I wonder who that is. And then he turned around or something. He had a big white coat on, and it was him. And then they went to a shot of the arena, and he, like Christopher Daniels had come in, and like also another tease of like it's Christopher Daniels actually that's gonna turn on SCU, but it wasn't. And then Luke Harper was in the ring, and he big booted everybody and killed them. And then did his they did their claw thing at the end, which is cool.
If you saw quick. You saw that, like, right before that video hit, like, you saw someone come at, like, they didn't do it quick enough, where Brodie Lee obviously came out on the stage to get in position.
Right.
And you saw a guy in a white jacket.
Any promotions do this stuff.
It was just a mistake. But.
Yeah. But so
in his own thing, he went from cult member to cult leader now too, moving up in the world.
There you go. So, any thoughts on him as Exalted one? I think it's good.
I like it.
Can be.
I like it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But
maybe I'm too jaded by WWE to think they'll actually do anything good with it, but it could be.
He said, what did he say? He made fun of Vince in his little promo there where he said, like, no more out-of-touch old men are going to be in control of me or something like that.
He said to Daniels, "You're not the first old man to doubt
that
me."
was it. Yeah, he made fun of Daniels for being old and Vince for being old. So, he's a great wrestler. I think people forget.
Yeah.
Because it's been
He's a very
since,
good wrestler.
what was it, since 2017 that we've seen him. Is that when that match was? That awesome match in 2017 and has done nothing since?
Yeah.
So,
I guess at WrestleCon, there's going to be a surprise match of Brodie Lee versus Shingo Takagi, which would have been just like, fuck.
God damn it. Hopefully,
fuck.
I'm guessing he
Get
has
lost
an.
there.
I'm guessing he has a New
Damn it.
Japan. He must have a New Japan clause. I'm guessing.
I don't know. That's a good question. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen it yet. I'm wondering.
I mean,
About that.
he's a mysterious character who's not going to reveal like personal shit, is my guess. But
I feel like Meltzer would know though, but maybe we still just haven't heard yet. But
maybe
I hope
don't
so.
know.
I hope. But then it's just like, is Khan gonna like let everyone do this? You know?
He said in one of the interviews I heard him on recently, like, it's a one-way relationship, and I'm not too pleased with the fact that I keep having to lend these guys out for
Right.
nothing back. Like, that's pissing me off, starting to piss me off.
Understandable.
So, yeah.
But then it's also those guys want to. It's not like he can just say like, all right, guys, we're going to close ranks. I mean, he can do that, but it's going to make his own guys mad.
Right. Yeah. The other things that happened, Jericho was fucking fantastic during this show.
So good.
Again, he's too good for this. Like, he's too big. It's kind of like how Peyton Manning will never announce for Monday Night Football. Why do I need to? I don't need to do that. Or like, like a huge star is never going to do something like this, but his future is as a color commentator. Like, he would be the greatest color commentator of all time in wrestling. And within a year, he would eclipse everybody, maybe even Bobby Heenan. He is that good. So he was awesome, again, on commentary. He's never going to do that, though. He's too good at everything else. Like, he's got too many other things, but that should be his future in wrestling. But so he was great. He was making fun of people. He came out, and then another amazing crowd moment, because the crowd's been singing Judas when he comes out. So there's no crowd, but Sammy Guevara, his number one fan, is out there in the crowd, and he sang on mic Judas the whole thing as Jericho came out.
Excellent.
It was so funny.
Excellent.
That's awesome.
So bad. You can find just like the 2-minute clip online. It's hilarious. It's
So terrific.
There's something about him being Jericho's like buddy that's
And
just
lackey.
great.
And like
So
little
good.
brother.
Yeah. Like they have the cardboard cutout of them hugging. Like, all that stuff is just fantastic. Sammy is so good. He's super underrated. I mean, you've been saying that forever. Super underrated.
But yeah. And then afterwards, Jericho, when he was on the mic, like vamping till Hardy came out.
Yeah.
Like his whole thing, like, I'm not gonna let any pumpkin-headed dipshit fan into CAEW. Just like so good. And then just being like, look at Sammy. He's so sexy. So sexy.
Yeah. He said, what did he say? If we win Blood and Guts, no fans will ever again be allowed into an AEW show.
So good.
Yeah. Apparently, Hardy and Matt Hardy came out. We're burying the lead. Matt Hardy came out, but he was in the rafters. And Matt Jackson was like, yeah, we don't have Nick Jackson. Yeah, Kenny's got a broken hand or whatever. But we got a replacement. So he a drone came flying down to the ring, obviously setting up Matt. Yeah, obviously setting up Matt Hardy. And
did they call it Skarsgård or that stupid thing?
No, they didn't call it by any name. So I'm wondering if those names are taken. But so it came down, but I heard on Jericho's podcast that didn't go well. It was supposed to go from the state or past Jericho, I think, and up to the rafters where Hardy was, like a bird, like fly up to him, like drawing the attention to Matt. And Jericho said that he was having a hard time spotting him, like if he was in position, because there was no crowd reaction or anything like that. So he was like talking, looking around, like, where is he? Is he ready to go? And so he had just to like throw it out of nowhere to be like, okay, they had to land the drone in the middle of the ring and he had to throw it to the Hardy thing. And then he was just up in the stands doing delete. So they made it work somehow, even with all the weird complications. But so Matt Hardy's joining the Elite and he will be in Blood and Guts as one of the Elite members.
Nice. So he's back to broken. He's broken again.
Yeah, he's broken again. And on his YouTube channel, he has a whole video thing where he says he's a new, his essence or whatever is new. It died and now it's a new one called Damascus or something. I don't know. So there's even more like weird stuff going on with his character. And he basically said in this Jericho interview, like, yeah, I can do whatever I want now. And I have I can even work in New Japan. He can work in New Japan. Can you imagine Matt Hardy in New Japan? That'd be weird.
Yeah, I feel like, what are you going to put him in the old man battle royal?
I would G1, Matt Hardy.
There you go.
Version 1 in G1. Yeah, so I don't know, but it was fun. Probably would have been a hell of a lot better with both of these new guys in a crowded arena, but what the hell are you going to do at this point? Had to get these guys on TV, probably. But yeah, so 2 new big guys going to AEW, and that show was very fun.
Good. Yeah, NXT was a non-show. They did it well. It just was nothing.
Yeah, well, we'll see what they got this week, if they're actually going to put some wrestling on. Yeah, now it's time for Mike's favorite wrestler of the week, but Mike's not there.
Mike?
And Wally's top 5, and Wally's not here.
Perfect.
You got to love this.
Corona episodes.
You want to do a top? Why don't we just skip Mike's favorite wrestler of the week, which is going to hurt the fans, I know. They're going to be upset by that. Do you want to do a top 5?
Certainly.
What do you want to do a top 5? You can do a top 5 this week. What do you want to do a top 5 on? Top 5 most annoying Red Sox. Top 5. Your top 5 most annoying Red Sox. Not ones you enjoyed, ones you hated on your own team. Top 5 most annoying Red Sox.
Well, the people that are coming to mind are all people that I hated after they were the Red Sox.
No, this has got to be like, oh my God, so-and-so's up now. Holy shit, he's going to strike out looking.
I don't even know if I can come up with 5, but off the top of my head, number 1 is Mark Bellhorn, who was the third baseman when they won the World Series in 2004. The second baseman. He led the league in both walks and strikeouts. The dude never swung the bat. He either throw 3 strikes or 4 balls, but he's not swinging.
I'm looking at everything. I got to see.
Take it all the way.
Yeah, I'm taking. Okay, Mark Bellhorn is on the list. There's got to be. There's tons of, like, here's a Yankee I fucking hate. Greg Bird. Every time I see Greg Bird, I would hate him. And he would do something stupid like not be able to catch the ball at first base.
Yeah.
And drive me crazy. You just have that much of love that you can't even come up with 5. Disappointing Red Sox.
I have, Johnny Damon is my least favorite athlete of all time, but that was after he left. If he had never left, that wouldn't have. And Roger Clemens, I'm sure, is on that list. Roger Clemens is there. Actually, I don't hate Ellsbury. I love that he was so terrible for the
Yeah,
Yankees.
he was like a double agent.
Yeah,
he came in and just screwed. He screwed everything. He's my favorite. He cost the Yankees money, like $143 million. You know what's funny about Ellsbury? One night I was watching. This is a couple of years ago. I was watching a Yankee game. Nobody was around. I was drinking, and I was like, Ellsbury. I saw him on the bench. I'm like, Ellsbury, he must be coming off the book soon, right? And I looked up his contract, and it was like he still had 4 years. 4 years, like $96 million left, and he hadn't played like a single game that season. And it was
He either just came off now or they're still paying him. I'm not sure.
It was this year.
Yeah.
This year I think it was his final year and they bought him out. So he still would have been getting paid. Which is incredible. What a waste of money. Oh my God. I was so crestfallen. He must be up soon. It's got to be over for him soon. No, 4 years.
No.
Holy fuck! What did they
Did
do?
you see that the Red Sox, they just gave a new deal to Chris Sale. He's getting Tommy John.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It's almost like it was planned. Like, hey, like,
'Cause he was bad last year.
we're gonna suck. We gave away bets. We have nothing going on. Our manager is fired. We're probably going to lose draft picks or whatever. That still hasn't even come out.
Nope.
The season's almost suspended. Perfect. Get your Tommy
Do it
John now. Get it done now. Forget about this season. We're just punting it.
Well, that's what he basically said. He's punting. He's like, I'm just going to try to be ready for the start of next year.
It's actually smart. To be honest, it's a smart move.
If he comes back and he's throwing 105, though, I'll be in.
What if he's throwing 125?
Good luck. I would say if he's throwing 125, he's pitching every other game. He's getting 82 starts or 81 starts.
Oh my God. All right. I don't know if he's coming back.
I don't think he is.
I don't think he is. We're down to a 2-man show. Oh my God. You know what I watched the other night? Try to get my kid to watch, which I forgot how influential this was to a lot of our quotes. But Rookie of the Year.
Oh, Rookie of
Man.
the Year is great.
What a good movie.
Funky butt love it.
Yeah, that was a big hit. That was a big
Of course
hit.
it was.
Pitcher's got a big butt. That was
Oh,
another
yeah.
big hit.
Yep.
Daniel Stern directed that movie. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
He directed that
Oh,
movie.
I love him in that too.
He's great in it.
Ice. You
Heat up the ice.
the ice.
He gets locked between the hotel rooms. That's
They'll help.
amazing.
Well, help nah.
Well, help! And then he gets stuck in the cage
Yep.
at the end. Whatever. Why is he even in there? I don't know. Yeah, he's fantastic, and he directed that movie. So weird.
I don't
Great
know that.
movie. What an underrated movie. All right, I vamped for far too long. He's still not back, so I'm guessing this episode is over. And coming up next, Wally's supposed to talk us through Almighty Thor, but he's not here. So I don't know. We're just gonna make fun of that movie for like 10 minutes and then talk about some other stuff. Oh, he's back. This is so bad. This has turned out
Time
to
to
be
wrap up, Mike.
Yeah, let's
We're
wrap
wrapping
it up. We gotta pee. Oh my God.
What I miss?
Well, we were going right to as soon as you walked off. It was when we were supposed to go to Mike's favorite wrestler of the week. So, do you have a favorite wrestler of the week?
Bill Dundee.
Perfect. He was
All
awesome.
right.
Great.
All right,
Perfect.
we'll wrap it up.
All right. Peace.